Morgan stole my thunder there. I really wanted to say hi and thank you very much to Mr. Crackhead for being here. So I'm only the second craziest guy downtown. It's a big help. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't normally write anything down. I just kind of say things and it gets me in a lot of trouble. Hopefully this isn't one of those times. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's come out here, not for my benefit, but for your own. For everyone else in the crowd, because I'm sure, like myself and many of the thousands of other people that I've talked to over the years, have felt an overwhelming sense of isolation and depression amongst the pervasive and all-encompassing gaslighting and propaganda that's been fed into you from your eyes, your ears, your phones, your televisions, your radios, the signs in the streets, everywhere you've gone for the last 2 years. They want to prevent things like this. They want you to stay home and be isolated and depressed, because isolated, depressed people can be beaten and be forced to do things that they don't want to do. So just the act of coming out here to stand with your fellow citizens is a reminder that none of you are alone and that we all have each other. I mean, it's been a long couple of years, and admittedly myself, it's there's been some days, you know, and then obviously, of course, this I don't know what happened. The planets aligned. Somebody got the right kind of fortune cookie. Something happened, and then a lot of people converged on Ottawa in January, the end of January. Nobody really knew what to expect or what was going to happen. There was a lot of talk in the news of all the violence that would take place and the Nazis and so on. But when I got there, and for the duration of the time that I spent there, I saw what I could only describe as the textbook, if there is such a thing, definition of what it means to be a Canadian in this country. There were people from every background, walk of life, calling, profession, age, whatever it is, all stood together, unified in the same idea, the same common purpose and spirit, being that the rulers that we have in this country are completely out of control. Now, as a veteran, I suppose, thank you. For these people that sit behind their desks and collect their massive salaries and give themselves massive raises as they impose more and more taxes onto you, for them to even have the audacity to feel as though they have the authority to restrict and take away things like your freedom of expression, your freedom of movement, of association, of travel, to be and think and say what you want, who you are, and express yourself in who you are. Because I'm sorry to say, that's not up to you. That's not up to these people in their, legislative buildings. There's a price to be paid for those kinds of freedoms. And that price has already been paid over and over again. From the Battle of the Somme, Vimy Ridge, Monte Cassino, the Battle of Kabyong in Korea, across the Middle East, Libya, Syria, and Afghanistan, Kandahar. And a good friend of mine and roommate, Chris Stanix, who was from this town, died for this flag and for these people. So for them to have the audacity to even think that they have some kind of moral authority to tell any one of us how to lead their lives is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to close this out here in a minute. Patty, the organizer, likes the events to come up here. The ghost of Wellington. I see he's got a smoke in right now. Come on up, fellas.
Richard. a veteran in the crowd. Come on up here, please.